What if improving insulin resistance doesn't begin with choosing the perfect diet? What if it begins with understanding what food does inside of your body? Keto, Mediterranean, vegetarian, low carb. So many labels can leave us confused. But today, I want to make this simple. We are going to talk about insulin resistance, ketosis, how your cells use fuel, and why understanding your body may be more important than choosing a diet label. If you're tired of sugar cravings, brain fog, fatigue, and all the conflicting health and diet advice, and you just want to know what's happening inside of your body, you're in the right place. I'm TaShawn Davis, holistic health coach, registered nurse, and metabolic health educator. I help you break sugar cravings through balanced blood sugar so you can take your health back naturally. So grab your favorite sugar-free drink, pop in those earbuds, and let's learn how to work with our body and not against it. Hey, welcome back. Welcome back. Before we get started, I just wanted to remind you all that we are currently in the last phase of our metabolic tour. August 15th ends the tour with powerful testimonies from people that I've actually coached in real life. And the Dr. Nelson will be back telling his own story. We'll have a low carb barbecue. And I'll be just celebrating my book's 1 year anniversary. So come on by and enjoy and hang out with us. And if you register for the Metabolic Intensive 6-week program, you'll be getting your notebooks, you'll be getting your badges, everything that you need to go into this program fully prepared. So thank you, and let's get started. Oh, you can find everything in the show notes, healthbeyondweightloss.com, to register for the Metabolic Intensive and to register for the next week celebration. So let's get started. So after my conversation with Mary Newport, I wanted to clarify something because she talked about the Mediterranean diet, and I also mentioned vegetarian eating, and we talked about several diets because we were having a conversation. So I don't want anybody to think that we have to choose between keto, Mediterranean, vegetarian. That's not the message I want to get across. So this message is for anyone who wants to improve insulin resistance, blood sugar, energy cravings, or your overall metabolic health. You don't have to choose a diet label before you begin. You need to understand what different foods do when you put them in your body. If you don't take anything away from this, know that you need understanding, because there'll be a lot of he say, she say, they say. The American Diabetic Association, American Heart Association says this is the best diet, but why? What is the physiology behind the thing? Understand so that when you have to do it again, you'll know exactly what you're doing. I'm so excited to talk about this today, y'all. So, the goal is to understand your body well enough to make better decisions. So, you don't have to choose a diet label. Keto, Mediterranean, vegetarian, low carb, they are eating patterns. Ketosis is different. Ketosis is a metabolic state. That distinction is important. So, someone may follow a Mediterranean style eating pattern, and someone else may eat vegetarian. Another person may choose a lower carbohydrate or ketogenic approach. But the deeper question is, what happens in your body after you eat? Does your blood sugar rise quickly? Does the meal keep you satisfied? Does it increase your cravings? Does it support your energy, or does it leave you tired? Does your body respond well to it? A vegetarian diet is not automatically metabolically healthy. A low carb diet is not automatically metabolically healthy because it's simply low carb. Food quality matters. Nutrition density matters. Your medical history may matter. Your medications that you're taking matters. Your individual response matters. So I'm not here to tell you you have to choose one diet. I'm here to help you understand insulin resistance and what is happening inside of your body. Because if you suffer with insulin resistance, there is a better way. You can choose any of those diets, but you have to pay attention to how much insulin is coming out your body when you do choose it. Insulin is a hormone that helps move glucose from your bloodstream into your cells. Your cells need energy. Glucose can provide some of that energy. When your cells respond well to insulin, Glucose can move into the cells and be used appropriately. But with insulin resistance, the signal is not working as effectively. Your pancreas may produce more insulin to keep your blood sugar controlled. This means that someone can have blood sugar that looks acceptable while their body is working much harder than it should. That is why insulin resistance can exist before someone is diagnosed with prediabetes or type 2 diabetes, because they're not administering the test that measures insulin resistance or how much insulin is in your body. They just measure the sugar. So you may notice strong cravings. You may feel hungry soon after eating. You may have fatigue, abdominal weight, high triglycerides, fatty liver, or difficulty losing weight. You may feel like you're doing everything you were told to do, but your body is not responding in the way that you expected it to. These symptoms do not diagnose insulin resistance by itself, but they are a reason to ask better questions and have an informed conversation with your healthcare professional. What ketosis actually is. Let's talk about it. Your body can use glucose and fat for energy. When carbohydrate availability and insulin levels are low enough, your liver begins converting fats into ketone bodies. The main ketones are beta hydroxybutyrate, acetone, and acetate. I can't say that word. Ketones travel through the bloodstream and can be used by many tissues, including the brain. This is why ketosis is not simply a food label. It is one way that the body produces and uses fuel. When insulin is elevated, the body receives more of a storage message. When insulin falls, the body becomes better able to access stored fat. Fatty acids travel to the liver produces ketones, then the cells can use the ketones to make energy. Think of it this way: your food provides the fuel, insulin directs that fuel, your cells respond to the signal, and when your body has less incoming glucose available, it may begin using more stored fat and ketones. That is the basic idea behind ketosis. Now, nutritional ketosis is not the same thing as diabetic ketoacidosis. Two totally different things. I think that's why people get scared, because the keto is in both names. Diabetic ketoacidosis is a dangerous medical emergency. Nutritional ketosis is a regulated metabolic state. Babies are born in ketosis. It's natural. They're not the same thing. Also, ketosis is not automatically required for every person. Some people may benefit from reducing carbohydrates without constantly reaching ketosis. Other people may use a structured ketogenic approach with professional guidance, and that goal is not to chase a number. The goal is to understand what supports your health. So, just circling back to the professional guidance, if you have autoimmune conditions, if you have cancer, if you have a seizure disorder, all of these are today, right now, being used to help people go into remission and to help battle some of these conditions. So, what the research is showing, I want to briefly talk about two areas of research, because this helps us understand why scientists and clinicians continue to study ketones. In one randomized study, researchers looked at a modified ketogenic diet in people with Alzheimer's disease. During the ketogenic diet period, participants reached nutritional ketosis. Researchers observed improvements in daily function and quality of life scores. That is one reason why Mary Newport's work is so meaningful. She asked questions when she saw something happening in her own home. Some studies have shown cognitive improvement during nutritional ketosis for a person who may have Alzheimer's in brain studies. Seizure disorders. Ketogenic dietary therapy also has a long history, over 100 years, in certain drug-resistant seizure disorders. In some clinical settings, carefully supervised ketogenic therapy has helped people reduce seizures. So, what that means in real life. So, in home care, I have seen how food, medications, fatigue, mobility, cognition, and chronic diseases all meet at the kitchen table. People are not just numbers on a lab report, they are people trying to get through the day. They are caregivers, adults, older adults, and parents. There are people who still have to work and have a purpose to fulfill. That is why I want you to understand this. You are needed in this hour. You are not simply here to take up space and remain sick and believe that your best years are behind you. There is a work that God has sent you to do. And getting well is not a vanity, it is stewardship. So before you choose another diet, begin paying attention. Ask yourself, what happens to my hunger after this meal? Does this food satisfy me or does it make me want more? How does my glucose respond? Do you feel energized or tired after eating? What patterns do I notice over time? You do not have to change everything in one day, but you do need to stop making decisions blindly. And sometimes wearing a continuous glucose monitor can help you with that too. And if you need help getting one, I have some resources on healthbeyondweightloss.com. Do all that you can to steward your temple well. Another reminder here, this is why I created the Metabolic Intensive. It's not simply another list of foods. It's an opportunity to understand your body, your blood sugar, nutrition, cravings, your labs, and a sustainable metabolic health strategy. Our orientation and the last opportunity to register are on Saturday, August 15th from 12 to 4 at the Encore of Avalon. This will be a power-packed day with testimonies from people who have worked with me and experienced meaningful changes in their health journeys. We will talk about insulin resistance, metabolic health, what to expect during the 6-week experience, and how to move forward with support. We will also celebrate my 1-year book anniversary with a low-carb barbecue. It's going to be powerful, y'all. You can find out more at healthbeyondweightloss.com, and the link will be in the show notes. So you don't have to choose the perfect diet before you begin. You can begin by learn what foods do in your body, learn what insulin means, insulin resistance means, learn how your energy, hunger, blood sugar, and cravings respond. Understanding will give you clarity. Clarity will give you confidence, and confidence helps you make better decisions because you are needed in this hour. And if you get healthy first, that weight will follow. God bless you. I hope to see you next weekend. Alrighty, my friend. If this episode has helped you understand your body a little bit better and helped you have the confidence to make better informed healthcare decisions, share it with someone you know who may be struggling with sugar cravings, brain fog, or fatigue, because they may not even realize that blood sugar could be the reason. And also leave a review because it really helps more people find this. Remember, the goal is to reverse 1 million type 2 diabetes in my lifetime. And as always, I want to remind you the harvest is plentiful, but the laborers are few. And some people are fighting every day just to have the health and energy to live their everyday life that they were called to live. So I am praying for your health. I am praying for your strength. And I'll see you on the next episode.